Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? It's been a hot minute since my last stream. That was because I recently have moved to a new place. So where I'm at right now, in case you haven't noticed within my past few videos, it's been a new spot. So this is my new home office, and it's a lot bigger because before I was just in like this little den section of my one bedroom apartment. Very small. I moved into a bigger townhouse and fortunate enough to just have a dedicated room to be the home office. So this is where I do my daytime job, do my YouTube video creation, and also just like play video games. But you know what? Let's get to it. So for the stream today, what I have is sorry. Let me adjust this thing here. Hello everyone. Oh yeah, the blue light. I have some accent light, LifeX beam. So I think what was that accent light that people usually have? I think the nano leaves. Nano leaves are was like kind of like the big thing for a while. I bought these ones called LifeX, LIFX, just because they were on sale at Best Buy one day. You can't see them in their frame right now. So I have two desks in this room, which sounds maybe ridiculous, but my other desk is where I tend to do all of my keyboard building and things like that. That's the bamboo desk that's in my videos, just to separate that out from like my working area. And I was trying to set up a camera angle facing the room this way because I think this camera angle is just not that interesting. All you really see is, I guess, like this door. But if I face it this way, I have this whole keyboard shelf, or not really a shelf, a display, that's in a that's protected by like a glass door. Because in my previous place, they were just all on exposed shelves on the walls. And I guess I didn't rotate through keyboards fast enough because dust quickly started to accumulate on the keyboards, and I got really annoying. Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. This desk mat is, oh my god, I don't even remember what I bought it from. Was it Omnitype? Maybe. So one of the keyboard vendors were just having a desk mat sale during Black Friday. So I ended up buying like 5 desk mats. I think I should be done for desk mats for now. I just have way too many of them. All right, let me move this out of the way. So here we have the Baka60. This is not to be confused with the Baka60. That's a completely different 60% keyboard, but I would say they're probably trying to do the same thing of like being an entry-level 60% mech. This is by Paramount Keeb. They're a new vendor based out in Los Angeles, California. And Keith hit me up one day through email, and honestly I wasn't that interested in reviewing it just because it didn't seem that much different than from a Tofu, and we'll unbox it and see. I haven't really gotten a close look at this yet. I wanted to, I guess, like kind of help out a bit. I guess I have a soft spot for newcomers to the scene, especially if they're more the budget, or not budget, more entry level focused, because I do think we do need to do a better job at bridging that gap from like a casual mechanical keyboard user to someone who's looking to get to the custom game. Glorious has definitely helped out Glorious has definitely helped out with that in regards to the GMMK Pro. Regardless of what you think, I think there's like basically two extremes. People think the GMMK Pro is great, some people think it's trash. I think it seems pretty good for what it is, but I love just seeing more newcomers come in to try to hit that entry-level price point for keyboards here. But for a quick tangent, I also let me show you guys something else that's also coming down the pipeline in regards to like newcomers to the scene. Should be this one here. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen this keycap set on Geekhack. It is PBT02 and also 015 based on Darling and the Frank anime. And They are a new keycap manufacturer called Milky Way's Keys, and they're looking to sell essentially like affordable keycap sets. I mean, affordable in terms of like custom keycaps. I think I was reading a Reddit thread. I think they were saying all of this kitting, the base kit, the accent kits, the spacebar, was around $90 to $100. So that seems like fine for all of these keys here, and I'm getting this sent to me soon. So keep out on a video for that. I do think we do need just way more options for keycaps in the scene. Right now it's like expensive GMK and then just like a bunch of clones. I would like something in the middle where we can have affordable keycaps that aren't just complete direct ripoffs off each other. But back to the Baka60 here. Let's see. Are there any 75% keyboard that you think are good besides the GMMA Pro? I haven't honestly tried much 75% keyboards. I mean, I've heard good things about the Idol Bow something 80, can't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure Idol Bow is the one that's compared a lot to the GMMK Pro, so that's probably something to look into. In terms of like that price point, that's the only other one that I'm aware of, unless you're willing to shell out more money for the more higher end ones. There's been a couple of, actually I think there's a fair amount of 75% keyboards and Intrichecks, but I'm pretty sure those are going to be more expensive. It seems like it's starting to become more of a popular layout, but that's the only one that I'm aware of right now. It's the ones by Idol Bow. Okay, let's unbox the Baka60 here. Okay, so this kit actually comes with the case, stabilizers, and a keycap puller. Actually, let's take a look at this keycap puller real quick. This seems to be pretty much the same one that I have. Yeah, it's like the same, like, I guess like generic Chinese made keycap puller with the switch puller on one end and the keycap puller on the other end. But this one with the Paramount branding here. I just bought mine off eBay, I think, for like a couple of bucks, and it took like 2 months to come in. Put that to the side. The Baka60 for $10, you know, man, you drive a hard bargain, Highcat. I'll have to think about that for a second there. Let's see. This is the PCB, and the PCB is hot swap. There's only one option right now. You get a hot swap PCB that has per key RGB actually. So let me figure out how to open this thing. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Yellow. It's actually a pretty solid keycap puller. I mean, like, I know there's some pretty expensive ones for keycap pullers / even switch pullers, but I never felt the need to buy those, even though they do look nice. But yeah, you can just buy them on eBay for like $2. So this, when I first saw this layout on the website, when Keith was emailing me, I was skeptical of this default layout. In case like you haven't noticed yet, take a look at this bottom right side here. It's a 60% keyboard, but with arrow keys, and that's not uncommon. But the way that they chose to do it is with a was that a 1U shift? I think that's a 1U shift or a 1.25U shift. Looks like a 1U shift. And as a newbie, trying to find a keycap set that would fit this 1U space on row 4 might be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. A lot of keycap sets that you can buy generally do come with extra keys. I don't know if they come with this. I highly doubt they come with a 1U right shift key. It may come with a novelty that key that you can use, but definitely won't be like a key, like a shift legend. But we'll see how that plays out as I build it out. I never actually used a 60% keyboard with arrow keys. I am of the opinion that you might as well just go to a 65%, just because it's really not that much bigger, and I like having my full right shift because I don't know how common this is, but I actually do use the right shift when I am typing alphas on the left half of the keyboard, which I think it's how you're supposed to do it. That's just kind of how I learned when I was learning how to type in school. But yeah, hot swap sockets here, 5-pin support, and per key RGB. Oh, another thing that while we're on the PCB that I was also skeptical about was that this is not QMK or VIA compatible. And what Keeb told me was that since this is meant to be an entry-level kit, they want to keep it simple, so they are providing their own software, the PKHub software. I don't really know if that makes sense, to be honest, because I feel like QMK/VIA shouldn't be that hard to set up. And once you set it up, you have one software that works for a bunch of other keyboards. So if you're looking to buy basically any other custom keyboard, like I'm assuming after you buy this, you're probably going to upgrade to something better, and most likely that's going to be QMK compatible and or VIA compatible. So I think it just makes more sense to make it QMK compatible. Having their own software is a bit in my opinion, but we'll take a look at it and we'll see how it is. But yeah, that didn't really make sense to me. Let's see. Yeah, the GMK Pro does come with its own software, but so I actually don't have one. I heard the software sucks, but I also heard that it was technically QMK compatible, but not fully VIA compatible yet. Is that correct? I think they were still working on it or something, which is unfortunate because it was listed on the product page VIA compatible. But hopefully they get that sorted out. Throw this away. Standard black aluminum plate. You can see that there's actually mounting holes on the plate here. This is a tray mounted keyboard, which is why I mentioned that it doesn't seem that much different from Tofu. Maybe the mounting points are different. I honestly have never used a Tofu, but I think the Tofu maybe had a few more mounting points. So no special gasket, top mount, or anything like that. Just good old tray mount. Let's see. I was sent the black case here. Oh, it also comes with dampening foam. Oh, got some other goodies down here. Hold on, let me put that there for a second. Those are the same at the Tofu? Okay. The foam doesn't really seem like anything special. I mean, I don't think it's like neoprene or anything. I never used neoprene, but I'm pretty sure this isn't it. This just feels like it's regular old foam. And then this is the case. So there's three colors that they're initially going to sell, which they're going to start selling this in like 2 weeks or so. Black, Sakura. The Sakura is just like a hot pink essentially, and then Freeze, which is like a really bright light blue. I originally asked them to send me the Sakura one just because I was getting tired of black keyboards, but due to some shipping errors, I got sent the black one. But overall, I thought it was fine. He did ask if I wanted to swap it. I said no, it's okay, because I think the keycap sets I was going to show off with this probably works better with the black one anyways. I think the Sakura was just a bit too hot pink from looking at the product photos. Oh wait, hold on. So the plate has more mounting points than needed. So you can see that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. The actual case itself has, I guess it has 4 as well actually. It has two on each side, and then kind of like one right here on the right side, and one here on the left side, and then one on the edge here. So there's 4 mounting points. I believe these are different from the Tofu. I think this plate, since the purpose of the plate was to be compatible with multiple keyboards, which I'm assuming why there's these additional tray mounting points here, and also why it has like ISO compatibility and like all of this ball compatibility, even though it's a hot swap keyboard with one layout, is so the plate can be used with multiple things. So that's that. Let's see. I'm fine with a stiff typing experience since I don't mind stiff with tactiles, but I don't like sound inconsistency. Yeah, I'm also fine with a stiff typing experience. I mean, I use a like $400 sandwich mountain board, SP111, just because I just like that layout a lot. But yeah, stiff typing experience doesn't really bother me that much as well. But the sound consistency I would say is a bit of a bummer. But overall, if I'm just like using the keyboard and I'm in the zone, it doesn't really bother me too much. Let's see, do you like the thin bezels? It reminds me of the bezels on the Prophet, which I don't really like. Yeah, that's a good call out. I am not a fan of thin bezels. Come on, camera, focus. Let's see. This lens has a hard time focusing on black keyboards, which I've learned. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I am also not a fan of thin bezels. It just feels like, or not feels, it looks like a cheaper keyboard, which I mean, it's thin. It is a cheaper keyboard, but that's mainly why. I mean, it is still a metal keyboard that has a bit of heft to it, so that's good. But yeah, I do prefer a more chunkier bezel. Let's take a look at the back here. Actually, so before I look at the back, there is a big old chunk here that is cut off. I believe this is so you could fit a battery for wireless PCBs. I believe that's why this is here. So even though the keyboard kit that's offered does not come with a wireless PCB or anything, this case does support it. Let's look at the underside. This is the underside here. So this is where it starts to differ from the Tofu. The keyboard's the design of the case is a bit more intricate. It's a bit more. I mean, like you have a cut here. You got the Paramount. This is not in focus. Come on. You got the Paramount keyboard logo here, and then you have 4 spots for the legs, the feet, so rubber feet, and then you have a cutout here. Is this for the PCB? I am not sure what that cutout is for. I guess we'll figure it out. But I mean, overall, I mean, I would say it kind of has like that. So it's not minimal. I feel like a lot of keyboards these days try to be minimal. I would say the design of this and the side profiles, it's kind of like a more, how do I say this? Kind of like a robotic Gundam kind of thing going on. Maybe especially with on the side here, you have the Baka and katakana here. Why is it a katakana? I have no idea. Considering Baka is a Japanese word, but whatever. You got this. You got the USB cutout on the left side. You have a sizable cutout. I'm assuming it's sizable so it can support various PCBs. So it's not gonna be like a flush cutout or anything like that. I mean, it is a budget case, so I can't really expect that. And then you got this here, the other side. So the Baka is only on the right side of the case. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Rubber feet, screws. Let's go ahead and check on the rubber feet real quick. All the weebs are gonna buy his board just for the katakana. Yeah. How do y'all feel about like keycap sets and stuff using Japanese lettering? Like, I have some keycap sets with hiragana, like the bento, which I guess makes sense. But there are some other keycap sets where it doesn't make sense, but it's just kind of there. I'm curious of what y'all think about that, because I actually think the hiragana makes the keyboard look just a lot busier, and I prefer more of a minimal look. So I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but it is what it is. Oh, the feet is it's a bit thin. There you go. But it seems to be easy enough to chuck in. From tacky. Let's see, one person said thing from tacky. Sub-Legend actually blows. You're a weeb, so you got into his hobby. No, I understand that. I think the mechanical keyboard and weeb overlap is definitely there, considering how many keycap sets use hiragana when they don't actually need to. Although one thing I am happy to see is more like Hangul and even some Chinese lettering. So that's cool. There was actually a Chinese keycap set, or sorry, a keycap set based on like Chinese something. Can't remember. It was like a mountain or something. So we're starting to see GMK come up with molds for other sub-legends, which I think is neat. Could have some at least some variety rather than just having Japanese all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Hangul needs more love. Yeah, I agree. I only have one board that has hiragana, and I prefer my boards without hiragana. Yeah, I mean, like, 1 second here. Let's see. Yeah, I agree that no sub-legend just makes the keyboard look way cleaner. I mean, just look at this one. And then look at this one. I mean, there's just way less things going on the keyboard. So visually, I do like this more. But you know, I'm not looking at my keyboard too often, so it doesn't bother me that much. And I guess, at least in this case, it fits with the theme, so I am okay with the bento. Alright. Let's see, Sanshiro. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder why this keyboard is named Baka60. It's a good point. GMK Shanshu. Okay, yep, that was it. Thank you for reminding me that. All right. So let's see. I got the feet on. It's a hotspot board, so this shouldn't be too crazy. You know what? Let's just put the PCB right here. Actually, before we do all that, the stabilizers, because I still need to mod those. Open that here. So it comes in this packaging. They are clip-in PCB mount stabilizers. It has 3 2Us and one 6.25. Let's see. Have I seen JIMV's video on GMK Hangul? Sub-Legend I sent in the community, I think is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think that was that also the one where he talked about like the Korean theme and how they're like we're using the flag, but we're I guess like stereotyping Korean culture or something like that. Yeah, I think I saw it a while ago. I can't remember all of his points, but in a way I will agree that there has been instances of poor taste keycap sets. I think the biggest obvious one is that oh my god, what's that show with the Nazis? Man in the High Castle. That was a IC keycap set, and yeah, that was like obviously not the greatest take. I know it's like a movie show and everything, but it's still like Nazi, and you have novelties of like Nazis and stuff. And I guess was it Nazis and Imperial Japan? I think so. I think it was just like Axis in general. So that was not a great thing. But even things like let me get this map real quick. Let's see. BIP also did a keycap set called Bushido. Was it GMK Bushido? Something like that? Dishonor? I honestly can't remember. There was like that was a whole thing too, where the theme was a samurai theme, but all of the theme, it was like a dark theme. It was like black and red, and it was about like seppuku and like all the dark samurai shit. And sorry, Bushido was the one that got renamed to Bushido. I can't remember the old name anymore. Bushido was the old name. I think it was something else before, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was just Bushido all the way, I can't remember. But I was not, there was kind of a debate on Geek Hack about that one as well. Why am I grabbing all of this? Hold on. Yeah, grab these. Because, you know, samurai culture is more than just committing suicide. And, oh, also the novelties were just terrible. Like, the novelties were just like, really just like poorly written kanji. I think some of them was even incorrect. Can't really remember. But it was just not like the greatest set in terms of like understanding what that culture is about. And I think that's like and I guess that's what happens when you just have people who don't really know everything about the culture, but maybe they idolize it and then they try to do a design on it. I don't know. That's just the thing, you know. And the only way that I respond to that is I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it or really talk about it unless someone asks me. So yeah, that is my whole take on all that stuff. Okay. GMK Rainy Day. Oh, I have not seen GMK Rainy Day yet. Maybe I'll take a look at that. So for the housings, I'm gonna loop it with 205G0, the wires with the XHT BDZ, something like that, Dragon Ball Z lube. So that's that. Okay. Oh, okay. That's why I have two jars. This one's almost out. Then I have this one for backup. You vote with your wallet. Yes, totally. And I think that's more applicable now than ever, because I feel like before there weren't like that many like interest checks for things, but now there's like interest checks for basically everything. Like if you have FOMO about something, guys, try not to have FOMO as much as you can. Like sleep on it if you can, really think about it, because when I first started this hobby, I just bought a shit ton of things. Like if you watch my video on like my journey of custom keyboards, I probably bought way too many keyboards my first year. And I'm thinking about actually like making a tier list of all of my keyboards just for fun. But I didn't need to buy all of those keyboards because, you know, there's always another thing down the line at some point. Like there was a bunch of keyboards the following year that I thought was also cool, maybe even better, but I ended up just not buying because I already had so many keyboards. Especially now, I actually have slowed down my keyboard buying. Oh crap, are these clipped? Okay, these are okay, yep, these are pre-clipped. Okay, that's good. Just because I have so many keyboards now, and I could sell just to like get rid of ones that I don't maybe like as much anymore, but I'm also kind of lazy. Like, in terms of like priorities of everything in my life, downsizing my keyboard collection is like pretty down there. So which is why I just kind of kept them for now. But yeah, I might just do like a tier list video just for fun, so y'all can see what I think about my keyboards after using them for how many years I've been using them now. Yeah. Oops. But are you guys waiting on anything? Any group buys, or maybe thinking about joining any group buys coming up? Let me know, because I haven't been totally up to date with the keyboard scene, just because I don't really want to spend any more money on keyboards, and there's just a lot of stuff going on in my life. Yeah. I have my 6.7 Lite R2 coming in Monday. Nice. I've heard good things about the Lite. It seemed like it's probably maybe the top injected molded keyboards out of all the ones that have been released. I actually recently watched JYMV's video on the Rama. Sorry, not his video, his stream on the Rama. Rama Kara, I guess. And yeah, that's unfortunate. It seems like that one is not as great. But, yeah. Let's see. You're getting a V4NGNON, a 4% with numbers 1 to 5. Okay, that's interesting. That's also quite an interesting name. Have the rest of y'all try 40% keyboards? I have one 40% keyboard that I do not like to use. I mean, it's also with ortho. I think maybe it's a combination of I don't like using ortho keyboards, and I also don't really like 40% keyboards. Mostly because I use numbers a fair amount. I use arrow keys a fair amount. I hate having to essentially go into another layer just use those things because it's like an extra key press. So I am personally not a fan of 40%, but I'm glad I got to try it out. It's that Pikachu keyboard that I have with the tail. I mostly just have it as a display piece now, honestly. Let's see. Okay. You're building an Alice layout keyboard right now. Okay. Oh, what? Alice keyboard layout are you building, Baka? I guess there's actually a fair amount of them now. I'm curious to know which one. Let's see. Almost done with the housing here. Let's see. Oh, that new gear on Switch opener? Oh, I didn't know there's new gear on Switch opener. Okay. The Romeo 40% staggered PCB. That would do the through-hole solder. Oh, nice. Yeah, you mentioned that in your reply, which I just read. Cool. I didn't know there was a through-hole 4% keyboard. Hopefully it would be less tedious to build since it's a 40%. Okay, and that's the housing. Let's switch brush for this thick boy here for the wires. I should close that first, actually. Let's see. Would you say 4% is a macro pad? That's it? Yeah. Do you guys all have macro pads? Like, what do you use it for? Like, my macro pad is the Stream Deck, and I honestly use it mostly for volume. And I guess when I'm streaming to switch scenes. Oh, and also to control my key lights. That's the only reason why I bought the Elgato key lights is for the Stream Deck integration. But I never find myself using macro pads or macro keys that much. Maybe I just should, and it'll speed up my workflow or something. I just haven't really put the effort into figuring out what macros I want. I'd be curious to know about your use cases for macros. Let's see. The Romeo has a little OLED. Oh, okay. I feel like, I wonder if OLED screens are gonna be like the next thing. You know how knobs were like kind of a thing for a bit? Maybe there still are. I would love to see more OLED screens. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. You can do different things with the OLED screens, like the Bongo Cat with the LK75. I've seen people just do like words per minute displays. And I'm curious about what other things they can do, because I think you can just like program it to show whatever. Okay. Typing on Alice right now, the MJA standard. Nice. Okay. Only got in the hobby last month, already in the group buy for the Endless 80, Duo S, Mo 65, and ID 87 Crystal. My god, you went deep into all this. Try to chill out a little bit. You know, you don't need to join everything. There's always something else coming down the pipeline, and I mean, if you're okay with like selling things that you don't use that much, then it's fine. But I guess for me, I generally just keep everything that I buy. So I am trying to definitely slow down the buying. But yeah, that's awesome. It'd be waiting for a while for all those keyboards. The Most 65 seems interesting. I like the customization that you can do with it. By opening, I did not join because I do not need another 65%. Let me get this wire here. Actually, what am I doing? I usually put this in first and then I do the other wire. So let me do that. Let's see. Ooh, it's kind of tight. Okay, this is a mess. I fucked up. 1 second. Okay. Le Brigant Alice layout. Layer acrylic case. Okay. Let's see. Let me lose this other one now. Mode 65 still has scuff plate just in line 80, so bottom row sounds inconsistent, which I listened to people about that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm assuming that's from the sound tests and stuff. I haven't watched any of the sound tests, but I heard they were all built with Hyperglide blacks or something like that. Let's see. You know, with this lube, I never know about like when is too much. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Let me get this in here and I'll look at the chat 1 second. Let's see. How many keyboards do I... Oh my god, this is not going in. Oh, wow, okay. One thing about these stabilizers that this keyboard comes with, I don't think these are gonna snap out. That was a really tight fit. Okay, how many keyboards do I own? Well, let me take a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 keyboards. I've officially broken double digits. I mean, I also have like, okay, well, more. In my closet, I have the Baka60 13, and I have like 2 or 3 more keyboards that were just sent to me for reviews, like those cheaper ones from like Chinese companies. I'm not really counting those, just because those weren't the ones that I bought. They were just sent to me for review. But I personally bought 12 keyboards. Oh, and I guess with this Baka60 here, that's another one. Yeah. Let's see. Would you consider buying the Mode 65 given your experience with the Mode 80? I would consider Mode 65 if I didn't have the others, 65% keyboards, just because it actually has top mount as well, I believe. My only issue was with stack mount. Like, I just had the biggest issue with stack mount, because there's like some wiggle room, and it just makes it so like, one, either my keycaps were hitting the side of the keyboard, or 2, some keycaps were not sitting fully like centered on certain spots. Like my arrow key cluster sits a little bit too close to the left, and that's really annoying. And at least with top mount, since you're just screwing into the case, it sits perfectly every time, theoretically. So yeah, I am not a fan of stack mount, but since the Mode 65 has stack mount, top mount, and I think there was another one, I would have considered. I probably, actually, you know what? I probably would have joined it if it came out last year or 2 years ago, just because I think all the customization that you can do is pretty cool. But yeah, that's my thought about that. But I also have not listened to any of the sound tests, so no idea. I'm solely saying that just based on the look and the mounting style. Let's see. Do I prefer? Let's see. Do I prefer this loop over Crytox or dielectric? So I always only use Crytox on the housing. I think Crytox is too thin to use on the wires. I originally started. Hold on. I originally used dielectric grease for the wires, and then I eventually discovered this one. And I switch over to this mainly because I've noticed that with dielectric grease over the past couple years, it started to wear off on the wires, and they started ticking again. And it seems like, at least with this one, it's very sticky. It's like toothpaste, so I'm hoping that it's going to last longer than the dielectric grease. I mean, I haven't used a keyboard with this for a while now. Oh, I can't say because I used dielectric grease for so long. I've only started using this, so I can't tell how long it's gonna hold up. So we're just gonna have to see. But hey, you know, all of the other streamers are using it, so I guess it must be good. No clue. I would say that I do have trouble applying the right amount with this. I find myself having wires tick initially a lot more until I figure out the right amount. I don't know why that's the case. That's just my experience with using this loop here. Oh my god, these are incredibly hard to snap in. Okay, there we go. Okay. Mode 65 really seems like it was meant for looks, not too much movement from the 80. Yeah, I guess from what you're telling me, that seems about right. If they didn't change the play much, I guess like most of my issues was with stack mount. And maybe the play, I mean, like I wasn't able to get it on browns, or sorry, get it on black inks with their palm plate. But I was able to get to working with my Sunsetter. But I would say the palm plate on the Mode 80 is way different than the Sunsetter. I don't know what kind of palm they're using versus other palm, but it was a much flexier palm. And I guess like overall you could say it was nicer. So I guess, yeah, I just had a lot of issues with it personally. But I think that was mostly with the stack mount more than anything. Which I think is, I mean, I don't know how I feel about stack mount because it just seemed like it's over gasketed / foamed up. I'm not a fan of over foaming my keyboards. Let's see. But you know, guys, even though I haven't been looking at keyboards too much or even buying anything new, there is another thing that I have been looking at, and maybe it's because I am getting old. I'm not even that old, but I don't know, for some reason this has caught my eye a lot, and that is watches. I don't know if y'all know too much about the watch scene. I always knew that they were expensive. I didn't realize how expensive they can get. Even for like a kind of like mid-tier watch, I guess you can say, like maybe like a Grand Seiko or like an Omega or something like that. But holy crap, watches are expensive. Jesus Christ, like there was this one watch I really liked by a brand called Nomos, and that was like $3,000 or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that is a whole lot of money. So I am not planning on going too ham on watches, but I did buy kind of like an entry-level watch, the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic, which is a very popular choice just for reliability. Oh my god, I'm having... Okay, hold on, 1 second. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? These might be too tight. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I bought a Hamilton Khaki Field, which is like a very standard field watch, very popular, automatic, 38 millimeters. That specific model just because I like the look of it a lot. Actually, no, I can just show you now, actually. It's more of a modern take on a field watch, which is why I wanted, and I wanted the date complication as well, just because I know some people really don't like looking at the date complication, but I just like having it there. So I bought this, and I bought this strap here, this kind of black and cream strap, to go with it, because this is a leather strap. and I'm going to Iceland actually in September. And I want to bring this watch because I don't want to bring my Apple Watch with me because it's like, cause I don't want to bring Apple Watch to a traveling because it's like one thing I gotta charge again, and I don't want to worry about that stuff when I'm traveling. So I wanted to bring this watch to me to Iceland, and the leather strap didn't seem like the best choice for doing outdoorsy things, so I bought a nylon strap to go with it. Yeah. Hello, Bao Long. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. I just came to see how it compares to the Baka. You know, even without trying this, actually, you know, pros and cons to each of them. Typing feel-wise, I'm just gonna give it to the Baka right now. With the O-ring gasket mounting style versus the tray mount of this. Build quality wise, keyboard quality wise, comparing it against the Canon Keys Baka, I mean, this is nicer. It's actually a CNC aluminum keyboard that has been anodized compared to the cast metal keyboard of the Canon Keys, which have been painted. So this keyboard will have a nicer finish for sure, but won't have a great typing style. Oh yeah, also it has no QMK, which is a bummer. It has its own proprietary software. And I also am not a fan of the layout, but I haven't tried it yet either, so let's see how that is. Yeah, alright. Let's see, I love Nomo's simple and elegant. Yeah, I really like the Nomo's Metro Power Reserve. I saw that and I was like, I want that, but it was like almost $4,000 or something like that, and I was like, maybe I'll wait until a promotion or something. I just have no reason to spend that much on a watch right now, but one day maybe I'll buy it or something else. I mean, kind of like keyboards, there will always be a new watch coming down the pipeline, and there are a lot more watch companies out there. Grand Seiko seems pretty cool too. Let's see, what do you think of GMK Rainy Day? You know what, let's take a look at GMK Rainy Day. GMK Rainy Day. Oh, it's Kono. Have y'all had bad experiences with Kono? I've heard mixed things about Kono. I have never actually purchased anything from Kono before. Okay. You know, when you said Rainy Day, I wasn't expecting it to be this type of color palette. I was expecting I guess I was expecting the alpha to be a bit more white. This just looks like clouds. I guess it's like mimicking like a dark cloud, right? Like a rainy cloud a little bit, and maybe like the outside being gray. For some reason, I guess for me it's a bit too gray. Maybe living in the Pacific Northwest, I feel like the rainy days here, yes, they're gray, but maybe not that gray. I don't know, that was my first instinct, but I mean, it's a pretty simple design, color palette. Here's the thing, I love anything like muted / pastel, so these muted enter keys and arrow keys look really nice to me. I think the contrast of the dark gray and the blue, it looks nice. I really like when keyboards don't use just like a black, or because I think like a pure black becomes somewhat tricky to come up with a nice color palette. You really want kind of like an off black or a dark gray that tends to bring out color a bit nicer. So I do like that. Well, yeah, let's look at the novelties. Not sure what I'm sure what this bridge is. Maybe it's based on a certain region. I have no idea what that is. What is that? No idea. Tree, upside down umbrella. Why is it upside down? I don't know. The raindrop looks fine. Yeah, it looks fine. I don't know. Yeah. How much is a good enough keyboard? $200 probably. Well, I'll get you one. Actually, well, I mean, like, depends. It depends on how picky you want. You could probably do one for $100. Get like a budget plastic keyboard off Amazon and then just like mod it a little bit. You could probably do it for under $100. If you want like a more custom good enough keyboard, I would say $200 is probably good enough. Let's see, check Como switches. I heard they are just T1 recolors for $749. Do they have... I'm assuming this is the one you're talking about. So 75 cents a switch. A non-clicky tactile switch. That's a really weird way of putting it, but okay. With a satisfying and distinct tactility. 69, nice. Gold-plated springs. Produced by JWK. Okay. I mean, this force graph. I mean, it's hard to say because I would need to like look at other force graphs of the same scaling to see, but looks like you're sure it's just T1 recolors? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't really see the stem, but yeah, it seems kind of expensive. They do look nice though. Let's see. Was the base kit really 154? That's kind of expensive. Yeah, Kono usually have more expensive base kits. I don't know why. It's just kind of how that is. Let's see. Kono generally has a bad rep. I don't know why. I have never bought anything from Kono, but you can read stuff on Reddit about Kono. But yeah. Let's see. Got those. Let me clean up this workspace a little bit. Oh, the street lamp. That novelty did not look like a street lamp to me. Maybe my street lamp just looked different. What was this bag for? Wow, I cannot remember anymore. I'm just like losing my mind here. Let's see. I don't like the novelties. Yeah, I think the novelties I already did were fine. I would probably, for that one, I probably would just get the base kit if I was considering it. Thoughts on the Akko switches? Okay. I bought the Akko Matcha and Akko Ocean Blues because I was planning on doing like a budget Switch keyboard video to compare against the Tessie Purple Pandas and the Tessie Orange Linears. And then they came out with new switches. And I don't feel like buying them. I could ask them to send me some to do that video, but I'm also getting kind of burnt out on Switch videos, honestly. I just been doing too much of them recently, so I might just take a break on that. But I mean, they seem cool. I mean, like, they're cheap. They're like 22 cents a Switch. My only downside with them, but I mean, they're 22 cents a Switch, so I can't complain too much, is that they're 3-pinned. And I think some of them use the KL housing. And the KL housing is like fine to me, but the KL housing is like tight, so there's that. That's the only thing I would say about those. But they seem like a pretty good value at 22 cents a Switch. Especially since the newer ones come with like a slow spring, I think, and I like slow springs, so that seems cool. Let's see. I briefly watched some videos of new springs. I think they made some tweaks to like the leaf ping and stuff like that. So that's great because I think the Ocean Blues have a bit of leaf ping. Oh wait, these are clip-ins, so I don't need to screw in anything. Oh, okay. Let me 1 second. Wow, if I remember how to build a keyboard, hold on. I think it's this way. There we go. I don't need that anymore. Okay, there we go. I guess you can't really see anything. There we go. There we go. Let's see, Ocean Blues and matchas are progressive and new ones aren't. Yeah, I've heard that too. You know, I'm actually not a fan of progressive springs on tactiles. I think they... Okay, I guess it's the other way. It's been like a hot minute since I built a keyboard. Can't remember which way this goes in. Is it this way? No, hold on. What? Okay. I am going to try not to break this and do this one first. Because I'm pretty sure that the big hole was for the clip-in, but then it just fell out. Let's see. Is a tofu good? Tofu is fine. It's kind of like the standard of a entry-level keyboard. You can do some modding to it to make it better. Like, okay, this, okay, you know what? Switch. If I break something, oh well. Let's see, come on. Okay, nope. It was the small hole. Okay, there we go. Cool. Would you recommend getting a Durock V2 or Zeal V2 stabs? You should just get the Durock ones because Zeal stabs are very expensive and I don't know why they're that expensive. Zeal stabs were kind of like the main choice for like I guess like before you had cherry stabs, then you had Zeal stabs, and then eventually Durock just came out with their stabs and those are fine. So you should just use the Durock V2s or the C3 equal stabs if you want more colorful ones. I don't think Zeal stabs are worth it. I mean, I don't think Zeal stabs are worth it. I don't think Zeal switches are worth it. I just don't think Zeal is worth it in general. So I guess I'm just a Zeal hater. I just don't see the reason to spend that much money on stabs or switches. Okay, get this one in here. Watch this just tick like a motherfucker, and then I'm gonna have to redo it. Okay. Jeez, come on. Maybe these clip-ins are kind of tight. I wonder where they get these from because they can't be cherry, right? Because I've used cherry clip-ins. They were never this tight. Keep getting lube all over my fingers. Okay. Okay, 1, 2. At least with these won't be coming out, so there's that. These are tight in there. Let me put this plate on. Probably don't need this anymore. Get this out of the way. And zoom out a little bit. Got the black aluminum plate here. What is this? I don't know what that is, but okay. And then for the switches, I have the most amazing budget linears Gateron yellows. I love Gateron yellows. These, I'm gonna start using these for just like keyboard testing and stuff. Because they're cheap. I'm essentially just copying JYMV, except he uses his switches stock. I don't like stock sounding switches, so I lube them. So it's Crytox 205G0. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I got all those out. I just want to test the stabs first. Hold on. Alright, let's get these on the stab. Make sure I'm not gonna bend no pins here. Okay. And then for the keycap set, I'm going to be using, oh, 1 second. This in here? Okay, yep. I'm gonna be using GMK Olivia, but the dark version. One second. Can't find it. This keycap set basically costs about as much as this this keyboard in terms of like the group buy price. Bam! I really hate these EMK trays. It's just so bad. But yep. Let's get the stabilizers and see how they're like. Did a Tofu 84 build with Durock V2s, Holy Modded, and XHT Lube. Was finally happy with Absolute Tickless build. Nice. I haven't really done Holy Mod yet. Maybe I should. The one time I tried doing a Holy Mod, I'm not sure what you're supposed to use. I used like the leftover piece from the Desk Key Switch film, but those were just, maybe they're too thick because the stabilizers were just like way too clogged up or something. It just didn't feel nice, so I got rid of it. But maybe I'll try something thinner next time. Like, I think traditionally you use like a band-aid, right? So maybe, or something like that. So maybe I'll try that next time. Alluvia Zells. Oh yeah, is anyone thinking about, is Alluvia still going on? I don't know how long that's going on for. I saw it and I was like, that's absolutely ridiculous, but it also seems really cool. Why is this not fitting? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all aluminum switch or keycaps, but they're actually pretty cheap in terms of like per key, because like if you buy aluminum keycaps by what's his name, can't remember, it was like $35 a keycap, or like Rama is like 40 or whatever. So I guess in that regard you're getting a good price, but I wonder how the aluminum keycaps are going to be like. Okay, I ordered it now. It's funny how it's cheaper than aftermarket Olivia. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Why did I put on the plate to test the stabilizers? Okay. Okay, whatever. Let's see if there's any ticking. That one sounds good. Okay, this one does not sound ticking, but it sounds like the housings are really rubbing on. Can you hear that? You hear like rubbing? I never had stabilizers. Oh, sorry, I'll stop talking. I never had stabilizers rub the housing that much. But there's no ticking. One second. Oh wow, is this spacebar not straight? What's going on? Okay, there we go. No ticking. Okay, so overall impressions so far, I'm actually surprised there's no ticking. I usually at least have 1 or 2 stabs tick. But the housings do seem more rubby than usual. I'm just gonna leave it though. Yeah, I wonder what kind of clip-in stabilizers these are. I don't think they're cherry. They're nothing like any clip-in stabilizers I have ever used. But seem pretty solid. Oh yeah. How did people think ticking in spacebars? Yeah, the spacebar is definitely a bitch. My spacebar always tick. I just keep re-lubing until it stops ticking. But I've heard Holy Mod is a good way. I should try that sometimes. And oh, I heard about balancing your wires, and I've never done that. I guess you like twist it if it's not even, because with the spacebar is obviously the longest wire, so it's more likely to be bent a little bit. So you can try rebalancing your wires. I think that was the term that people use. Not sure how to do it because I have never done it. Let's see. Is this board top mount? No, unfortunately it is not. It is a tray mount keyboard, but with interesting tray mounts, tray mounting points, which I'll show you in a bit. That just came off. 1 second. Let me get this in here. Oh, because it needs to be flipped upside down. Okay. Yeah, so even though the plate has tray mounts like here, 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 it's there just to be more compatible with other keyboards like the Tofu, I guess. But the actual case itself only has mounting points on the side and like right here. So maybe that would help out with some stiffness, but yeah, inconsistency sounds always like a thing. This whole bottom row is just exposed, which is fine. Oh yeah, I guess that is a 1U right shift. I mean, do they even make right shifts in 1U? I don't know if I've seen it. I guess I'll probably end up using a novelty key for that. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Oh, that one's a bent pin. I'm gonna ignore that one. Let's see. Better than integrated plate at least. Yeah. You know, integrated plate is really stiff, but my Think 6.5 V1s, I came to accept it now. That it's just has an integrated plate is what it is. It's not the best thing, but I think it also not only is the Think 6.5 V1 has an integrated plate, it's an integrated 4.5 millimeter plate. So you can only imagine how stiff that thing is. But it also does make switches sound nicer somehow. There's that. Let's see. I want to try Holy Mod with the leftover KBD staff foam. I forgot who did that. That would be a good material to use. Okay. Maybe I'll try that next. Yeah, I tried using leftover desk key film material. That didn't really work out. Maybe I'll try the KBD leftover foam. I do have some KBD foam that I bought for some reason. I think they were cheap on Divinity Key, so I just added them to my order anyways. I just never used them though. But maybe someday I'll try them out. How do you like your Baka60? Yeah, the Baka60, I mean, like, typing experience, A+. I really like the typing experience quite a bit. Really, it's nothing has changed from my review of it. The finishing is not amazing, you know, and that was by design of being more of a budget keyboard. But yeah, I mean, the painted finish is not as nice. It doesn't feel as nice in the hand for some reason with the casting method. Maybe it's more porous or something, so it's lighter than CNC aluminum. But typing experience wise, it's great. I mean, you know, I don't end up looking at my keyboard too often just because I touch type. So along visually, or like along it feels great to type on, that's great. But I honestly don't use it too much because it's a 60%. I don't really use 60% that much because I really use arrow keys a lot, and I prefer just to have physical arrow keys. So 65 is usually my minimum, but if there was back in the 65%, I would probably be all over that. And the files do exist because it's open source, but I don't know if CanKeys has plans to make a 65% or not. So we'll see about that. You know, but was it Maker keyboards or whatever with the Phantom? I mean, they basically also create Baka60s, but with CNC aluminum casing for like $100 and what was it, $180? I don't remember how much more it was, but it didn't seem like it was that much more money. And for me personally, I'll be willing to just pay the extra money for an aluminum case if it only doesn't cost me $50, $60, $70 more. Sorry, aluminum CNC case, rather going with the casting method thing, not cast iron, the casting case or whatever. Cause like he's like, oh yeah, like you can get it refinished via Cerakote, that's more money, and that's also more time that I need to do it. Maybe I should just try Cerakoting it sometimes. I mean, I don't know how much it's gonna cost. Maybe around that much, $70, $80, $90. But at least then I can choose the color I want. But yeah, I do prefer just having an aluminum case. Let's see. Came into it, it's blue. Ooh. Nice, a blue lubricant. I don't have a blue case. I have a navy, so a dark blue case. With my EXT65, which I would say is probably still my #1 keyboard. I really love my EXT65. It's the southpaw 60% layout. It's just so good. It just fit my use cases so well, and the gasket mounting is nice too. I'm not sure if you guys ever like look into the ESC65 because it kind of came out like a while ago. It has this like somewhat weird thing of like you can use it also as a negative angle, because you know most keyboards are like positive 6 degrees or whatever, but by design you can like rotate it, the top portion of the case, and then use it at a negative angle, which I tried using for a bit because it puts your wrist in a different position. It was interesting. I don't think I liked it too much, so I just went back to the positive angle. Ideally I would switch back and forth more often, but it's just kind of a pain to like unscrew it and stuff, so I just don't do it. But I do like how keyboards, their keyboards are like, they're different, they're unique. Like with the Constellation, that was like 3 different mounting styles, right? And that came out like long before the Mode 865. But no, I really wanted to buy the Constellation, but it didn't have blockers for the arrow keys, and I don't like the compressed 65% layout with no blockers. This is too busy for me, which is ultimately why I didn't get it. But I really did like the Constellation keyboard quite a bit. Debating on grabbing the Alexa though. I'm not sure what that keyboard is, the Alexa. I'm assuming you're not talking about the Amazon or anything like that. I wish they would do more rounds of the Phantom. Are they gonna do more rounds, or was it like a one and done thing? Because I mean, like, it's an open source thing. I don't see why not. I'm getting the Baka60 next time it's in stock, and if Kanki's make it 65, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, I hope the Baka60 comes stock soon, because last I heard, but this was like a month ago, that they already had additional shipments of the Baka60 to Kanki's. So I wonder how long that's gonna take. But yeah, if they had 65%, you know, I may just end up just buying it, just to have it, cause and maybe I'll like sell one of my older keyboards. Like this EXT or this E6.5 here, this is probably like my first custom 65%. I don't really love it that much, honestly with you. Like it's okay, like it's fine. So that's why I kind of kept it for sentimental value, but like I don't really use it that much. I just don't really think the typing experience is that great, and I think the keyboard angle is a bit too low or too high. But what was the keyboard? I don't think the keyboard angle was 6.5 degrees. It was something else. Maybe it was like a 5 degree or something like that. So I ended up just not using it that much. So if there was a Baka60 65%, I would consider replacing it with the Baka60 65%, as long as I can get it refinished nicer or whatever, if it's still that painted. Why is this not going in? 1 second. Okay, come on. Okay, I guess I'll try another switch. Let's see. This is pretty straight. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Have you heard of the tape mod, which is pretty much putting masking tape to the bottom of PCB, which gives it a more poppy sound? Wow, that's interesting. I have not heard of that. Oh, maybe I'll look into it more. That sounds quite bizarre to me, but all right. Blockers are so nice. I need my blocker. Yeah. My first keyboard that I used about blockers, I guess I lied before. I have bought some from Kono. It was the Kira. That was a 96 key keyboard, which which was kind of a thing for a bit, where you have like a full keyboard but all smushed together, and like with some keys being shorter and stuff. Originally I bought that for work. I was like, oh, it's a compressed keyboard and it's a numpad. That's totally what I want. I started using it, and I was like, because I don't look at my keyboard. I kept missing the arrow keys because there's no blocker. So now I'm like, you know, I just need blockers on things. And then I discovered the E6.5, or sorry, the EXT65 with the southpaw layout, blockers, 65% keyboard. That is my perfect layout. That is my #1 layout. I almost bought the Wyvern just because it was the same keyboard. I decided not to because I was like, why would I have two of the same keyboards? But I do love Southpaw layouts quite a bit. Okay, this should fit. Is this cat milkshake? No, that was DSA milkshake. No, guys, I only realized this the other day. DSA milkshake, the first run milkshake. The colors are different. The cat milkshake has a more pastel color. Like, look at it. The DSA is more saturated, and my camera can't focus on both at the same time. Maybe if I do this, there we go. Which I guess, you know, this came out first, so that was like Bip's like first attempt at a color matching, I guess, or whatever. And then this came out later, and this is I definitely do prefer this color a lot more, which is funny. I didn't realize that this color was way more saturated until I like started using this keyboard again. I was like, wait, why does my DSA milkshake look like knockoffs? It's because I guess in the OG run they were just more saturated. But yeah, just a little fun fact I learned the other day. I just banged it. Okay. I also don't like DSA profile that much because I'm not a fan of uniform layouts. Okay, let's get these keycaps on here. Actually, we'll just mount it first. That's people do that sometimes, right? All right. Oh, I thought I put that one in. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Have you tried any 75%? Yes, I have this KBD 75 V1. I don't use it that much because, again, no blockers. I should just get rid of it, honestly. But I tried that one. And 70% are nice because it's still compressed. It has arrow keys. It just had the additional F row, which I do use sometimes. Like some games have F row keys. And when I'm playing games, I don't want to go to another layer to press F. I just want to press F. So yeah, 75% are nice in that regard. I would say 75% is probably like my third favorite layout. First one is Southpaw. Second one is 65%. Third one is 75%. So those are probably my favorite layouts in order. You have your sights on the F2 by GeonWorks. Okay, you know what? If I didn't already have the Mode 80, I probably would have bought something from GeonWorks by now. I just don't. Unless the F2 is not TKL. I just don't think I need another TK in my life, but the keyboards that he are creating seem pretty dope. Let's see. Alexa is Maker's new kit where you can choose to mount a gasket or leaf spring top mount. Oh, I'll look into that. That seems pretty interesting. Hope the Keychron Q1 is as good as it looks. Okay, I've heard about the Q1. That seems to be like a hype thing for Keychron. I should look into it more. I haven't looked into it too much yet. But it seems to be a thing that everyone's talking about. Okay, let's put. I think it's this way. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's the other way. There you go. Got the included foam that came with it. Now I just need to find the springs. Not springs, the screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do I have 6 screws? Probably just extras. I think I only need 4 of them. Looks like the GMMK Pro, but it's cheaper and slightly better. Oh, okay, so it's a 74% with blockers? Cool. I wonder if they came out with it in response to the GMMK Pro. I need a screwdriver. Get my small set. Hold up. Wow, I can barely see these. Wait, hold on. I screw in these two. What's this one for? This one, there's a screw hole here on the side. I don't, oh, okay, I guess, oh no, okay, never mind, I can screw it in here. Okay, Is it going to be secure with these screws? These screws seems kind of small. I guess I'll do it anyways. My first time actually like building a tray mount keyboard. Let's see. Your friends got into the keyboard. Ask what group I was. Yeah, group buys are. You know, I'm hoping we get to a point where we can just get rid of group buys for the most part. I mean, it really just puts the risk all on the user, or sorry, the buyers. Hold up. Okay. Are these all the same size? Just double checking. Yeah, okay, look about the same size. This looks like it's gonna be a pain to screw in. I mean, the screw is so small, and the hole is kinda... Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get this in. I don't know that's in, to be honest with you. Okay, oh, okay, that's definitely in, cool. Oh. These screws are kind of short. I would think a tray mount keyboard would use longer screws. But okay. Let's see. Have you guys seen my longer keyboard guides to like group buys and like keycaps and things like that? They were kind of like my first videos on the channel about keyboards. I've been kind of like somewhat thinking about remaking them. I will be remaking a guide to buying in stock keyboards, just because to kind of like do my part in battling against group buys a little bit. But that's gonna take a while. And okay, that didn't go in. I need a flashlight. Let's see. If your tip or screwdriver is magnetic, it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, that's true. I, for some reason, have fears about magnetic screwdrivers. Like, afraid that somehow it's gonna screw up a PCB or something. Maybe that's just not true, and someone should just tell me I'm dumb, and I will go get some. Okay, that's gonna be okay. Now I can see a lot better now. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing on the screen. There we go. Okay, let me see if I can get this in here. That in? No, it's not in. This one's kind of hard because the plate is kind of overlapping. Oh, I think I got it. Nope. Oh wait, this is magnetic. Heh. Okay. Come on. I think I need to push this up a little bit to screw this one in. Yep, I did it. Oh, it's kind of crooked. It's probably fine. Okay, Tofu 65 holes. What is your current favorite midterm keyboard? Like for a board, like a board for someone that already has built one before but wants a better one? I mean, that depends on Slash, what keyboard have you built? Because I mean, like some people just start off by like buying really expensive keyboards. But honestly, generally anything in like the $300 to $4 range is probably fine. But it's also a lot of like preference too. Because custom keyboards can just depend on so many things. Once you get to like the $300+ territory, at that point you're just paying for like either the layout or design or whatever. Everything else, like the mounting style, is probably the same as other keyboards. You're definitely getting diminishing returns. You're just paying for looks at that point in design. So it's hard to say. Let's see. GK64 Echo Red Rose Reds. Okay, so that's more of a definitely a beginner board. Okay, there we go. That's in there. I mean, you can look into like the stuff by KBD fans. They have a fair amount of like aluminum kits. You can look into. I mean, if Maker keyboards were still making Phantoms, I would say make one of those. Get one of those. Even the Baka60 could be a good upgrade from the GK64. Why did I just do that? Hold on, why did I just put my screwdriver in there? Even though the finish isn't amazing, the typing experience, the Baka60 does give you probably like a great typing experience for the money. All right, get this out of the way. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay, that is not the right. Oh, wait, even the left shift is smaller? It doesn't use a standard left shift. Okay. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna try to not shake the camera too much. Okay. Okay. Check a spacebar. And last time I issued with the spacebar. Oh, sorry guys. I actually find a different mounting style. My camera is mounted to a multi-mount to my desk, so every time I like press down, it shakes the camera a little bit. You're gonna have to bear with me for a little bit there. Maybe I'll zoom out more so you can kind of see more of the desk. Okay. I just made my first build for my sister's birthday. It was a GMMK with the Kale Box Reds. You got from Micro Center. Nice. I think it's a pretty good board for someone just starting out. Thick or smacky? Oh, Thok. Thok or smacky? Brass versus PC. I mean, I like both. Honestly, like if I use a Thok keyboard for too long, I get kind of tired of it. So I have both like thockier keyboards and clackier keyboards. I do like, I also have FR4 plates and then PC plates. I don't have a brass plate yet actually, but I heard brass can really help out with that Thok. So I mean, for me, my answer is both, because I just like changing things up. I don't like listening to the same thing over and over again. Let's see, GMMA Pro is now a regularly stocked item. Yeah, that's good to hear. I wonder, because I read somewhere that they were having issues sourcing microcontrollers, which makes it so it might not be QMK compatible for a bit. I wonder what the deal is with that now, with it being a regularly stocked keyboard. So yeah, that's it. Let's see. PC and FF4 are thocky and flexy, aluminum for in the middle, and brass is higher pitch and rigid. My experience has been a little bit different. I found that polycarbonate can be thocky and flexy, I agree. FR4, I think for me is more on the clackier side, if I'm running correctly. Aluminum in the middle, I definitely agree. I think aluminum is a safe pick for everything. But my experience of brass, it is rigid. I found it to be more thocky. My SP111 came with brass plates, which I am not using. I replaced it with carbon fiber plates. Not FF4, just like straight up carbon fiber, so it's different material. And I found the brass plate gave it more of a thocky sound. But I mean, that's just my experience. And the only way to know for sure if I buy a tofu and I buy like 5 different plates, which I am not going to do because that seems like a waste of money, honestly. I only know someone who did buy tofu or a bunch of plates. I forgot his name. He made a video on keyboards, and he's like a content creator, and a lot of people gave him shit for that video because it was a lot of bad information, which I agree. I think a lot of that information in that video was like was not the greatest, but he bought like 5 tofu plates and none of them fit because he bought the wrong ones or something like that. I thought that was quite funny. I'm not sure how you managed to do that. Let's see. Let's see. This looks good. What do you think of it? Yeah, I really am liking this black on black black on black look with just like the pink, the rose gold accent. Wow, you know, look, after putting keycaps on, I hate the thin bezels even more. Before I was like, oh, I don't really like it that much. Now, like looking at it with keycaps, yeah, I really am not enjoying this thin bezel look whatsoever. And I think this whole row here is gonna look very clustered, just due to the design of it. Because you know, with a regular 60%, the longer right shift kind of breaks it up, and also like the modifiers, right? Like the 1.5 modifiers, it kind of breaks up this corner a little bit. Now it's just a bunch of 1U keys. We'll see what that looks like, but so far I don't think I'm gonna love it. But we'll see here. Let's see. Austin V has a pretty good video about plates. Okay, good to know. And I'll check it out sometimes just to think about my my experience with brass plates versus other plates. My parents will let me get any keyboard, so I'm online drilling everyone else's. You should maybe consider trying to find like a side gig, get some money if you can, and then buy it yourself. And that's something you can consider doing. Like even basic things like mowing the lawn, taking out trash. I did that for a little bit when I was younger. Can't remember what I did with the money. I probably just bought magic cards or Pokemon cards. Let's see. Olivia's always a nice pick, but those prices on the aftermarket is killing me. Yeah, yeah, the aftermarket prices is ridiculous. You know it's ridiculous when the aftermarket price is cheaper than the all aluminum keycaps that are being on sale for novel keys right now. What do I think of ISO? I mean, I don't use ISO because that's more of a, I think it's more of a European oriented layout, right? So I am very American, so I think nothing of ISO. But I want to get to a conversation about aftermarket prices and like clones for a second here, guys, because I did make a video kind of talking about this, but I have thought about that a lot since then, and this is probably the stance that I'm going to take forever unless y'all can convince me otherwise. I am okay with clones if it's just colorway, which basically means Olivia. Because in my mind, yeah, I don't think anyone should control Windows, should like own colorways, because that's how like design is. It's about getting inspiration from other things. So just because people are getting inspirations by using a similar colorway, that doesn't mean like it's a bad thing. That's just how that works. You cannot be new. It's all about remixing things. Control Alt goes there, Windows goes here. 1 second. Where is my Windows key? Oh wait, I don't think Olivia comes with Windows key. Right, it comes with a code key. So I am okay with clones of colorways. What I am not okay with is novelties. I am not a fan of copying just straight up creative work. I mean, yes, colorways are like creative, but like honestly, if you're just picking colors and you're choosing to go through 3MK, you're asking to get cloned, essentially. I mean, GMK is not a consumer-friendly way of getting keycaps out to the masses, to this ever-growing hobby. So you really have no one to blame but yourself for that. But I am not a fan of copying novelties. And yeah, so there is some very popular keycap sellers out there which I will not mention, and I'm not a fan of them for copying novelties and also just their attitude. I think they're a bunch of jerks, but I do think colorways are fair game. Let's see. I was curious to see what those Alulias will go for in the aftermarket. Yeah, that's a good point. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what keys is. So the PCB actually tells you like what the keys are. If you can kind of tell, there's like text here. Right, down, left. Hold on, where's up? Oh, up is right here. I'm dumb. Baka. Ha. Got it. Okay. Okay, like that. You know what? Easy way for me to figure out what the hell these keys are. I'm just gonna plug it in real quick. I'm just gonna go to switch hitter for now, just so I know what the hell these keys are. This is a menu key. This is a nothing key. I guess it's a function key. I wonder what the it must be a function key. Where's my one new function? Here it is. Alright, hold on, let me catch up in the chat now. Let's see. I'm okay with the clones, but I don't really like the gaming. Yeah, actually I'm just a bunch of jerks. I don't like their attitude. That's why I don't support them. Let's see, at the same time, people that pay the aftermarket prices will be mad though. I mean, look, if you pay aftermarket prices for keycap sets, you have no right to be mad at clones. That's just strip gatekeeping at that point. And like, honestly, if you're paying aftermarket prices for GMK sets, it's because you really value quality. That is one thing that GMK does get right. It's because it's quality. Like, the legends are like really nice, and the colors are spot on. I've seen pictures of clones, and to get you like more than halfway there, but not all the way there. So if you're like, you know, really picky about your quality of your keyboard, then yeah, you're gonna pay for GMK. So there is like, it's kind of a different market too. I'm not sure how much clones affect the sale of GMK sets, much or at all, honestly. Just because I seem like that's a different demographic. Because not everyone wants to pay even $140 for keycap sets. I don't know about a one new menu key, so I'm just gonna make it alt for now. I'm sure I can reprogram it or whatever. Okay. Oh, why is that not? Oh, there we go. The spacing is fine. Let's see. Start between Anthok, but super legit Poppy. Okay. Tofu 65 aluminum brass plate, Tessie Pro Panda switch 205G0 neoprene. Ooh, that is that's a nice Tofu build. Yeah, I really like the Pro Pandas a lot. Let's see. How much freedom do you have with the firmware? Well, we'll find out in just a second. Oh. Yes, you're totally right. The question mark. Wait, what's this one? Oh, this is delete key. Do I even have an R4 delete key? You know what? It doesn't even matter because I'll just program to be wherever the hell I want it to be. So it's gonna be a code key for now. The left shift here. Yeah, I need my shorter left shift. Trying to find it in my box here. Oh, here it is. Oh, it uses the right shift on the left side. That's what's happening here. JK, never mind. It doesn't do that. What is it? A 2U shift? I think it's a 2U shift, right? Next step down, 2.25. I'm just gonna grab all of my shift keys here. You know, if I can't find the keys that I need in the base kit of GMK, I don't know how entry-level friendly this actually is. So here's my add-on kit. I don't remember exactly what this add-on kit was for, but this is probably the shift that I need. Or it's not. What the hell? Okay. Okay, there we go. Finally found it. Sorry, I'm like really bad at eyeballing sizes. It's just a 2U. It's a 2U. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. GMK doesn't come with 2U. Yeah, I don't think it comes. Yeah, 2Us doesn't come with the base kit. I don't think generally. I think generally you're gonna have to buy like a 40% add-on kit or whatever extension kit for 2U. I believe. At least my 2U came with this kit. Can't remember exactly what this kit is for. I'm assuming it's the 4% kit because it has all these other keys in here. GMK's entry level? No, it's not. But GMKs tend to have more keys than a entry level budget keycap set. So if this keyboard is meant to be entry level, and the GMK base kit does not come with like the keys needed, I don't know how entry level it really is. And I still gotta fill this in. And this is a chef. I'm just gonna fill it in with a high key. I think this is row 4. I hope it is. I don't know what this one is. That's not actually right, but I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. Let's see. So many clones come with normal 2U. That's the norm now. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let's take a look at. You know what? Let's do the typing test, and then I will peek at the software. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and lower. I'm gonna stop the music and then I'm gonna lower this mic a little bit here. Oh wow, now it's all in my top-down shot. 1 second. Okay, we'll just do it like that for now. And actually this time I'm gonna zoom and then I need to refocus. Okay, it's gonna be kind of an interesting shot. Let me make sure the volume isn't too loud. Okay. Oops, get that out of the way. Yeah, you hear that? You hear that sound? That's not ticking. That's the housing of the stabilizers. Just like rubbing against each other. That's more extreme than I'm used to. I guess you can fix that with maybe more lube, but that's the only. Well, maybe fix it. That's the only way I can think of. Is just to add more Krytox into the housing there. Spacebar sounds good. Left shift sounds good. So yeah, I think this is a problem with my right shift. Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick typing test. Oh, redo. Hold on. Oh, I really did not like it. Oh, I really should fix that. That sounds terrible. Okay. Yeah, what do y'all think? Sounds good. Sounds scratchy. The Garanules are like a bit scratchy. Uh, let's see. Holy mod possible. I don't know if the holy mod is gonna help because I don't think it's a wires. I think it's literally the housing. Like, I think, with this backspace. I don't think that's a wire. Maybe it is, but I'll fix that later. Let's take a look at the software because that's the other like point that I'm not super stoked about this keyboard. But let's take a look at it anyways. Okay. I cannot resize this. It's stuck in this one size. Okay. So it looks like there's color effects. Oh, I guess I can just move this back. 1 second. Make sure it's pointing at me. Make sure it's out of the frame. Okay. So different color effects. Let me zoom in here. It's per key RGB, but these aren't see-through. So, wow, this is not showing up on camera. Hold on. Oh, I'm on manual focus still. Okay, yeah, it's not showing up on camera very well. It shows up a little bit better in person, but whatever. It's RGB. It's RGB, and you can remap things. So, how do I? Oh no, this is the LED panel. This is okay. Why am I seeing my keyboard here then? Not sure why the keyboard's here if it's just LED. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Macros. I click the right shift, and you can. Okay, this is a lot going on. What is going? So you can make it into a single key by just pressing some other key. Yeah, that worked. Cool. Wait, how do I get my right? How do I get right shift back? If I need to press a key to reassign it, what if I already I got rid of my right shift key. How do I reset this? Okay, now that doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Guys, I don't know how the hell I am supposed to reset this. It's just nothing there now. Look, so I can assign it to the other keys. Not the right shift. Is there a reset thing? No, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. But so far I am not totally stoked on this software. Oh, click delete? Oh, okay. That's what you meant about delete. Sorry, I thought you meant like delete it from the thing. Okay. I would say, okay. I have a couple of critiques as someone who does do UI design and support. This delete key is not great. It doesn't look clickable. Why is it text black instead of white? Just why is the apply button in the middle? Anyways, that's bizarre. Okay, also delete is not its most intuitive way of getting that back, but you know what, fine. Wait, hold on, why does it say 8? Wait, where did my key apply? Okay, you know what? Okay. Yeah, the font is terrible. Yeah, the font is whatever. Okay, we got some media key. Email. What does an email key do? No. Wait, hold on. How do I media key? Let's try mute. Yeah, mute works. Okay. I wonder what email does. Oh my god, it launches it launches Outlook. I have never used this in my life. What the heck? Okay, that's interesting. This is Olivia. It might just be like my lighting or whatever, but this is Olivia. There we go. If I bring it up, I think it looks less pink. I think down here with like the lower Kelvin of light, it looks a bit pink. Oh my god, where did the software go? Did I just close it? Cool. Thanks for sticking around, Michael. See you later. Okay. Anyways, that's fun, I guess. Delete. Okay. Function keys. Oh, you can copy, cut, delete, undo, show, lock. Okay. My thinking about the software right now is that no, I would prefer to use VIA because it's just more user friendly than this. If the goal is to be like beginner friendly, I think VIA is just better. Because I mean this was like some Chinese software made. Like when I was installing it, the publisher was like some Chinese characters, so maybe they outsourced it or something. But like I wouldn't call this macro record, because single key isn't really a macro. It's just reassigning a key. I'm not even gonna bother what the hell this is. I guess it's so you can record on macros. I'm not even gonna bother with that right now. This is better than the GK software. Do I have Discord? I do not have a Discord. I was kind of thinking about it. Let me know. Would you all be interested if I made a Discord server? I just feel like there's so many Discord servers out there. I don't want to make another one, and then it's like another thing that I need to like maintain. But I mean, if y'all think it's something could be useful, I'll consider it. I just think there's too many Discord servers right now for keyboards. Oh, restore. That's how you reset it. Okay, anyways, yeah. I think VIA is easier to use. I feel okay about this software. It's like whatever. Let's wrap up my impressions about this keyboard. Actually, before I wrap it up, I need to go here. I think this is important. This is kind of big. Make that smaller. Yeah. Let's see. I can get mods. I could get mods. Yeah, I'll see. Which you first, stock creams or overloop creams? I'm not Andy, but I also just don't like creams. But I guess if it's stock or overloop, I guess I'll go with stock. Overloop switches don't sound great. There's too many Discord servers. Yeah. My tab on the side is like 50 keyboard servers, and I don't know what mine would contribute out of the other servers out there. So yeah. Okay, but I guess that's just from initial impressions, and I'm going to make a full review later. I have a smooth brain. It's alright. I'm not convinced that this is a budget friendly. Oh, not budget. Entry level friendly keyboard. Hi Neko. Yeah, I only stream sometimes. I don't stream all the time. I mostly just create videos. I stream whenever I want to mix things up a little bit. But so I have a few reasons for why I don't think right now. I'll use it a bit more and see. I still need to do some more digging. In terms of like the keycap sizes, because I haven't really looked at other keycap sets that aren't like GMK or like group buys or whatever. So maybe I might knowledge is outdated. But $170 is quite a lot in terms of like all the other choices. I mean, like, I don't want to compare it to the like NK65 Entry Editions, to the KBD67 Lite, because that's they're kind of different, right? They're injected molded keyboard. This is aluminum. This is CNC aluminum, so it's different in that regard. But it is price wise a bit pricey. I mean, like, it's coming up to a GMMK Pro, which at that point you might as well just get a GMMK Pro. I mean, between this tray mount keyboard and like a GMMK Pro, you might as well go for that one. Yeah, it's stiff. I don't like the thin bezels. The thin bezel just doesn't make it look very nice. Let me just get like a few more. I don't know. I think thicker bezels just make the keyboard look a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling the thin bezel. And I also, again, I don't like this bottom right corner. If I want arrow keys, personally, I would just make the keyboard 1U bigger and get 65%. In the grand scheme of things, this 1U space isn't gonna break your setup. At least it shouldn't. I don't think it should. So I would just go for 65% just so I can get at least a bigger right shift, because I actually do use right shift a lot, and I feel like I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this probably. With my pinky maybe hit like this or that. Actually, maybe not that one. Probably I'm probably gonna hit this one more often. I don't know how easy it is to get keycap sets, entry level keycap set that can fill out this keyboard with the 2U left shift, with the two 1U keys R4 here. In terms of like the legends. So I've heard, someone told me that a lot of clones these days come with 2U's shift. So if so, that's fulfilled. I don't think you're gonna get a right 1U shift key. So you're gonna have to fill it with like a novelty key or like a random key, some other random 1U key instead. So you're someone who wants your legends to correspond to a layout. That's gonna be a bit of a bummer. I don't really have complaints about this one, because if you think about this, basically acts the same as this macro column in terms of like the placement, in terms of the functionality. It's just an extra macro. It's just an extra key. But there's something about it that makes it look more crowded, right? Because now it's not off. It's off to the side here. But now it's like tucked between, under this enter key and this like this cluster arrow here. So overall, you get more of a crowded look in this little corner here. So functionality wise, it kind of behaves the same as it is, but look wise, I don't like the crowded look. Yeah, I mean, the RGB comes with per key RGB. So if you want to use shine through keycaps, that to get the full effect, definitely can. I don't know if shine through keycaps are going to come with a 2U left shift. It definitely is not going to come with a 1U right shift key. You're gonna have find some other random key to fill that in. So overall, yeah, 170 is not, for me, from quick impressions, not it. Maybe if it was like 140, maybe. Even then, it might be a tough call with the Baka60 around, even though the Baka60 is not really in stock right now. I mean, like, yeah, between this and the Baka60, I would think just get the Baka60, honestly, because those also come with stabilizers, and the carrying case and all that good stuff. Yeah. Those are my impressions right now. I'll play around with it more. I'll do more research and like keycap sets are available, and then I'll finalize my thoughts in a video. Let's see. let's see. This keyboard is asking for a lot in terms of keycaps. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, you can use novelties, but like, you know, sometimes I don't know. I mean, I never used a novelty for a shift key before. Like, I'm fine with using novelties on like these random like delete, page up, page down, because I guess I'm used to it. But also it's because it's in its own column. I now have like a random novelty just kind of in there in the middle of my keyboard. And like now, usually novelties are like enter key, kind of like off to the edge, maybe delete key off to the edge, spacebar off to the edge, escape key off to the edge. A novelty right in the middle, well, not in the middle, but like surrounded by other normal looking keys. I don't know. That feels weird to me. Yeah. We all know the thing that makes it a premium. It's RGB. Hold on. It's per key RGB, but can you set the RGB per key, or is it just presets? I don't think, no, it's from this software, it's not assignable. Well, you can't assign a key to be a color. You just have the color effects. So it's not really per key RGB, right? I think the term per key RGB means you can individually address each key. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But yeah, you just have presets to use. So you don't get to choose your own colors, which I think that's one thing I would like to see. Like, if you're gonna have dedicated software, you might as well give the functionality of per key RGB, because I don't think VIA does that. Maybe you can do it with QMK. I mean, like, you probably could do a QMK, but it seems like more of a pain in the ass because of like code. But if you're gonna have your own software, you might as well put that functionality in. So yeah, that's one thing I would love to see with the software. Yeah, Baka60 never in stock. Yeah, they need to restock Baka60. I mean, like, the whole point of having it be like a cast case is so they can make more of it faster. I think it's been a bit too long, but I'm hoping soon. What do you think of knockoff tofu case design in plastic? I mean, not a knockoff tofu case design just seems to be like a standard budget plastic keyboard. They're all like tray mounted, so it seems like the same thing. So I mean, like, it seems fine, I guess. I don't know. I like metal keyboards personally. Metal or like polycarbonate. Polycarbonate feels good. Let's see. They definitely need to lower the pricing against other boards. Totally agree at the moment. But yeah, those are my impressions right now. Like I said, I'll come up with a full video later. But let me know if y'all have like any questions about anything, whether about the channel or about the hobby, about life. I'm down to answer questions. I'm gonna like slowly start cleaning up here as I wait for the chat to fill up with things. Yeah, let's see. I'll probably keep the Olivia on here for now just so I can use it. Cause I like to use keyboards for a few days at least before I start writing anything about them. But yeah, I'm gonna start putting some stuff away here. Let's see. What is my favorite Frankenstein switch? I mean, I mentioned this before. I really do not like any Frankenstein switches because I think they're too expensive. And I get that it's about like trying new things, but I don't think it's worth it. But if I had to choose my favorite Frankenstein switch, creamsicles. I guess I would choose creamsicles. I mean, like, Zycos are nice, but after trying Neapolitans, I wouldn't make Zycos. Holy Pandas are nice, but after trying like purple pandas, I wouldn't make Holy Pandas anymore. I haven't really tried. Well, to be fair, I haven't tried a lot of new linear switches yet, but I did make one creamsicle, and that seemed nice. So right for now, my favorite Frankenstein switch is probably creamsicles. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Frankenstein switches really. Okay. Let's see. What do you think of the sound? Yeah, I mean, I think the sound sounds fine. I mean, I don't know. I think it sounds about average. I don't think it sounds anything special. I mean, I'm not expecting much out of a tray-mounted keyboard with like a little bit of sound dampening foam. That's why it doesn't sound echoey. It got rid of the echo from the foam. But it doesn't sound over foamy, so there's that. Oh, I think it sounds fine. Let's see. What do you think of keycap set clones? Yeah, we actually just had a whole conversation about that. And maybe I'll make a video about this just to like officially put my thought out there in like in the video format. But my TLDR is that I think colorway is fair game. I do not like copying novelties / artwork, but colorway for me are fair game. So I am okay with clones of Olivia, for example. Let's see. These group by wait times are getting long. Yeah. Yeah. The GMK group by wait times are just ridiculous. Oh my god, I stopped the music. Hold on. Yeah, that is definitely one of the reasons why I'm okay with clones. We just need a better business model of like getting keycaps to people. Thoughts on ISA Obliz versus Tangerines? I don't know what those switches are. Maybe I'll look at that later. So I had no thoughts about those versus Tangerines. Sojus feel really nice. There are Soju tactile switches. I know that there was like no, this is not right. I didn't know there was Soju switches. I knew there was like Soju keycaps, or Soju, yeah, Soju keycaps. Keyword. I don't know how the heck I messed that one up. Keyword T. UI. Okay. Soju tactiles. The new king of tactile Frankenstein switches. Okay, I'll look at this later. What are they? I'm not sure what they're made against because the description here does not say. Okay. Let's see. Novel keys update the page your GMK honor. It makes me lose my mind. Yeah, color samples for GMK takes a while. I mean, I want them to be done right, but they do take a long time. Do you have O-rings ran on to make a burger mount? I do have O-rings. I don't know where they're at. Since I moved to a new place, I kind of have things everywhere, so I don't want to spend time finding them. But for the video, I will definitely consider burger mounting this. Burger mount, the Baka60. That circle. Oh, I guess my switcher did not work. For video. Okay, I made note of that to burger mounted. Thank you for calling that out. Let's see if I can fix his switch while I'm looking at the chat here. Just finished sea salt lemon switches. Wow, these switch names are getting quite ridiculous. Oh yeah, that's a bent pin. Okay, I never heard of sea salt lemon switches before. Okay, let me get a different switch. Halo stem, Gazoo top, and Kiwi bottoms. Okay, I do have all of those components, so I'll give that a shot. Although it just seems with a Halo stem and a Kiwi bottom, it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything special, to be honest with you. But we'll see. There we go, fix that one. How long does GMK take now? It's gonna take you at least a year and a half, probably 2 years, honestly. GMK also gets delayed. Paramount Keeb has JWIC switches. No, I have. Yeah, I just saw that. Paramount Keebs had these switches. I don't know. I never tried them. I had never heard of these before. Why is everything so big? Okay, no idea. Yeah, I mean they're 24-cent each, so no idea. Never tried them. Good alternative to Gatorade Milky Yellows, but not for a long. Oh, okay. That's quite the statement to make. I'll see if I can find more information about these. Let's see. The longish stem of the halo bomb out quickly and the shallow kiwi bottom basically bottoms out right at the end of the tactile bump. Okay. What does the case sound like without the foam? You know what? We can give that a shot real quick. It won't be like a side-by-side test or anything because I need to like take it out. But let's see. Let me drink this here. You just made some palm pacas? A pacas housing Duroc palm stem. Okay. I do like me some linears. I can't remember which screw head I used. Maybe this one. What do you think about the Echo CS switches? Yeah, the new one seems pretty promising. I haven't tried them yet, but the reason why they seem promising is because I am a fan of long springs, and they use long springs. That seems cool. But honestly, they seem like really good budget switches. So that's all I can say. I guess I just have praises for them. They seem like a great choice. Are ultra premium keyboards really 2-3 times better than middle range keyboards? Not at all. There is definitely diminishing returns after I'm gonna say a middle range keyboard is like $200-300. There's definitely diminishing returns. That when you're going to like $400, $500, $600 territory, you're just paying for the design, the exclusive material, the finish, and yeah, maybe the plate is better, maybe the mounting style is better, but no, it's not gonna be like 2 or 3 times better. It's gonna be better, but not that much better, in my opinion. So that's really what it is. So don't come to it thinking that you're gonna get like a super amazing keyboard, but you're gonna probably get a nice looking keyboard. That's kind of part of the experience. Wow, this is like not fitting in here. Hold on. Okay, where is this screw at? There it is. What's the caps on your Baka60? Right now my Baka60 has no caps, but usually it's sugar plum. Okay. PBT Sugar Plum by Canon Keys. Okay. Let's see. The amount of switches are coming out are insane. Yeah, it's just impossible to keep up with all the switches that are coming out. Because I mean, like, they're like somewhat easy to make compared to a keyboard, right? A lot of them are just recolors, or like maybe you like tweak the bottom housing, or you change the material of the stem. So it's more cost. It's a way cheaper to change up a switch than it is to change up a keyboard. So that's probably why. But also a lot of them are just like recolors. Where was this other tray mount point at? I totally lost the other point. I'm about to take off literally all of these keycaps. Okay. Does anyone remember where my other tray mounting point was? What the heck? Where was it? Okay, one thing about the plate here, which maybe I don't know you were noticing, the switches don't fully snap into the plate tightly, so some of the switches are coming out as I'm pulling out the keycaps. Backslash and tab. I had one right here. Was there another one over here? Oh my god, it was. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I just was not going the right way. Oh, all of my switches. For some reason I thought they were towards the middle. I guess that's what I'm used to with like other tray mounted keyboards. Alright, now I need to like put these back. Quickly. And this one here, J, K, L. Oh, no, that goes here. Apostrophe goes here. And L. Okay, cool. Oh. Let's see. Can't wait for switches to be $9. Heroes oranges. Yeah, I think I saw a video of those orange switches. Who made that? Who made that video? Was it JYMB? I don't know. That was a pretty interesting video though. Okay. It's crazy how people are buying aftermarket prices for TJR outlets, and it's crazy how much people are selling for. Yeah, at that point you're buying it for the clout. I mean, I'm sure TJR makes great keyboards. I don't think they're worth. I'm not gonna pay $4,000 for a keyboard. That just seems ridiculous to me. I would pay $4,000 for a watch though, but just not right now. Okay. Okay, let's take out the foam. I'm curious about how hollow this is gonna sound without it. This back. Okay. Steps for making Frankenstein switches. Grab the nearest 3 switches you can find, give it a weird-ass name, and sell it on Reddit. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how it is, right? You buy a crap ton of switches. You want to try something new, so you just start slapping shit together. Yeah, I wonder how people name Frankenstein switches. I'm really bad at naming things, so I have no idea. If I were to make one, I would just be the worst at coming up with a name. Glad to have someone who might be a professional at building a keyboard to talk to. Oh, well, thank you. Thanks for coming by, man. Not sure if I'm a professional. I'm just a hobbyist. But yeah. Okay. This fit. There's a bit of wiggle room, so we gotta kind of wiggle it a little bit. What's my first custom, and do I still keep it? So I kind of have 2 answers to this, and I have kept both. My first custom keyboard that I bought, I bought it from Mech Market, was a KBD 75 V1. And the reason why I bought that, I'll show it to you later about what it looks like right now. The reason why I bought the K75 V1 is because it seemed like a nice layout with like the F keys and the arrow keys, which I use sometimes. I don't use that much because I don't like compressed layouts. I really need my blockers. But I keep it for sentimental value at this point, honestly. And it has Zilios V1s, which are MX clears, essentially. Okay. I don't need to put that on. Actually, I need to put on the enter key and maybe the shift key. And then move this down. Okay, let me know how you guys think how it sounds with no foam. Oh, let me adjust the focus. Okay. Oh my god, the music. Hold on. Oh, there's some ticking. Gotta fix that later. What was it ticking before? I don't think it sounds awful. I mean, it does sound hollower, especially if like I do this. I definitely can start hearing the hollow now. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna use this keyboard, I guess you might as well put the foam in, but I think you're fine either way. It does kind of cut out the hollowness. It definitely cuts out the hollowness a little bit. But I mean, like, if I'm just up here normally, using it normally, I'm not hearing it. You probably hear it more just because the mic is like kind of close and it's like amped up and stuff. But normal use, it's not bad. Like, the hollowness isn't bad. But hey, you know what? It comes with it anyways. You might as well use it. So that's all I gotta say about that. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the stream tonight. I had fun. It's been a while since I've done a stream. I'm not sure when I'll do the next one. But expect a video on this keyboard. Expect a video on PBT02. Oh, that's the wrong button. Where is it? There we go. I'm getting these keycaps sent to me, so also expect a video on these. Maybe I'll also put it on this keyboard. And then I'm also going to do a video on my home office tour, my new setup. So just to break up the keyboard content a little bit. I do want to branch out to other content that's not just keyboards, because I do have other interests. But right now it's just that people keep sending me keyboard stuff, so I just keep doing it. But I do want to try to make time for other stuff. But I do have a full-time job, so I only have limited time to work on videos. So most of it does end up being keyboard stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone. Love you too, Noah. I will see you all next time, and have a good night.